let's talk about someone who's always been the GOAT of the, I don't even want to talk about late night talk show because it wasn't that, but like the GOAT political commentary comedian.
Legit, like I think changed like political comedy.
He changed comedy.
Changed comedy in general.
Kind of for the worse, even though he's so great.
Yeah, because people weren't as good as him.
Yeah.
So the only way they could get that reaction is if they started pandering.
Yeah.
But he was so good that he could say how he felt in a way where at times both sides would really enjoy it.
Also, the way he felt was just better.
The way he felt was better, yeah.
He's a more moderate guy. This is a pretty not liberal take for this guy.
This is a conspiracy theorist take.
Yeah.
3 months ago, he's a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
He is QAnon 3 months ago if he says this. He is Donald Trump 3 months ago if he says this. Jon Stewart is on Stephen Colbert.
Colbert.
Yeah, Stephen Colbert's late night show. And Stephen Colbert, who was on his way to GOAT status when he was in his heyday with the Colbert Show and completely sold out to be a corporate shill. One note guy now just has Trump as bad. And now without Trump being there, I don't even know what he talks about. I know he hasn't been
Somehow
trending.
he's still apparently number one.
Yeah, but like
that
number one of the
thing.
shows that nobody watches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's quite easy to be. So here's the thing. This guy goes on. He's on the show. He knows Colbert's opinions.
Yeah.
He
on
knows
CBS.
the channel's opinions, right? And he goes out there and he drops this play.
I think we owe a great debt of gratitude to science. Science has, in many ways, helped ease the suffering of this pandemic, which was more than likely caused by science.
Colbert's like, huh? What do I do?
So,
Hold on.
and that's kind of...
All of it.
No. Now, listen.
It's coffee. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. What do you mean by that? Do you mean like perhaps there's a chance that this was created in a lab? There's an investigation.
A chance?
Oh, you fucking pussy.
Oh my
if
God.
there's evidence, I'd love to hear it.
There's a novel respiratory coronavirus overtaking Wuhan, China. What do we do? Oh, you know who we could ask? The Wuhan Novel Respiratory Coronavirus Lab. The disease is the same name as the lab. That's just a little too weird, don't you think? And then they ask those scientists, they're like, how did this... So wait a minute, you work at the Wuhan Respiratory Coronavirus Lab. How did this happen? And they're like, a pangolin kissed a turtle. And you're like, no, the name of your lab, if you look at the name, let me see your business card. Show me your business card. Oh, I work at the coronavirus lab in Wuhan. Oh, because there's a coronavirus loose in Wuhan. How did that happen? Maybe a bat flew into the cloaca of a turkey and then it sneezed into my chili and now we all have coronavirus. Like, come on. Okay. What about this? Listen to this.
Wait a second.
All right,
John.
Oh my
Shut
God.
up, Colbert.
Oh my God. There's been an outbreak of chocolatey goodness near Hershey, Pennsylvania. What do you think happened? Like, I don't know. Maybe a steam shovel mated with a cocoa bean. Or it's the chocolate factory. Maybe that's it.
Go.
Fucking hero, dog.
Go.
Fucking hero.
And he's not just a GOAT for having this opinion, which is absolutely great, and saying it in a way which is so digestible.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT for doing it on that platform.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. He knew exactly the type of opinions that are spewed on Colbert's show.
Yeah.
And he went on there and he specifically did it, and it goes fucking viral, and it's exactly how we all feel, and it's just fucking great.
Yeah. The other thing that I wonder is that I bet him and Colbert have a prior relationship.
They
right?
do.
Yeah.
Like
he
they're-
put Colbert on.
They're boys for mad long.
Yeah, he gave Colbert his life.
Colbert his
And
career.
he also knows Colbert as like probably just as a comic. Like, yo, if the cameras aren't on, like we'd be busting balls about this. Like you and me have
Colbert's
been
not a comic. He's an improv guy.
But I bet
Fucking
you
dork.
if he's behind closed doors, like they're
Guy's
making
a
mad
virgin.
jokes. They're willing to like joke about this kind of shit.
Yes.
And then he goes on his show to his face, and Colbert's like, "Are you really doing this?
Yes.
Are you doing the thing that
Yeah.
we would do off camera
Yes.
on my show right now?
Yes.
And I think that is where he catches him. That's what's
Yes.
so great about it. It's like I don't think Colbert is like a complete cuck. I think that he's a comic and like it likes to make jokes, but when the camera's on, he buttons up. because he wants to still be accepted by like the corporate
Oh
machine.
yeah. Like I bet Jimmy Kimmel's an amazing hang.
Oh yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You go to
we know
one of
Kimmel.
his pasta dinners and shit like that. He's gonna be busting balls, telling great stories,
Yeah.
doing fucking
He was the
practical
guy
jokes
show.
on people.
Like,
He's the
or
guy
the
show.
yeah.
He's hilarious, but you get paid a certain amount of money and you bend over.
Yeah.
Right. And who's to say? Like it's easy for us to say right here with no offers of $100 million, then we're not gonna bend over.
Yeah.
But then when that $100 million is in front of
I'll
you,
bend
you're
over.
like, oh my God,
Yeah,
the
I'll do
floor
it.
looks
I'll
pretty
sell
good
it.
when you're closer to it. It's pretty awesome. Look how amazing this fucking floor is. Let me grab my ankles. Wow. My hands fit perfectly around my ankles. Look how amazing this is. What a coincidence, right? But the fact that I agree with you right there, he started having that person-to-person conversation with him. But what's interesting about Jon is Jon knows the game.
Yeah.
Jon been in the game for a while. He knows the motherfuckers that are fake on air and real off air.
Yeah.
And he had a real off air conversation with a motherfucker that is currently fake on air.
Yeah.
And I love that he did it. He threw his boy under the bus.
Yeah.
I don't
He
think so.
really threw his boy under the bus,
I
yo.
don't think he threw him under the bus. I think he gives him the warning that he's going to do this, and he knows that Steven has to act like, hey, don't do this. You can't do this. Like, this is not okay for the network.
Interesting,
So it's like
interesting.
now Steve, he's good.
Yeah.
He can't get in trouble because he's acting surprised as if he
That's
didn't know he was going to.
interesting.
But I don't think you would do this to your boy.
The only pushback I would give you is it looks like Colbert's trying to cut him off
Yeah.
at points, and he raises his voice, talks over him,
Mm.
and goes, listen. So, and maybe that's just Colbert not knowing that Jon's in the middle of a bit, and you just got to fucking go along for the ride.
Mm.
But it does look like he's trying to at least interrupt. Maybe
Yeah,
not
yeah.
stop it, but interrupt. So I don't know if they had prior conversation, but maybe Jon said something like, yo, I'm going to go for it. Just to
Yeah,
let you
that's
know.
right. I think
okay,
that's what
boom.
happened. Yeah,
exactly.
And the other amazing part is that the audience is all Colbert's audience, like both on YouTube, but also live in the studio.
Yeah.
And then he's getting applause breaks from Colbert's audience, who I imagine to be like, pretty
Pretty
buttoned
woke or
up and
whatever.
PC.
Yes, but those people
Same
also
audience.
love Jon.
Yeah.
Like, if you're part of the
that's a good
woke,
point, yeah.
like if you're part of the woke brigade, you probably Jon is like grandfathered in. It's
He's
like
the godfather.
Yeah, it's almost like how like Don Rickles could say whatever he wants,
Yeah.
and it's okay, right? It's like maybe Jon wasn't as woke as the woke people are now, but you look at him and go, yo, man, he started it. He started having these conversations. Right? Even though he did not start wokeness, but he was maybe the first person that they saw on a nightly show that was saying some of the opinions that they now share that have kind of evolved into something crazy. I'm just saying, I think that these people still got love for Jon.
And he's kind of unimpeachable.
He was calling out Fox News before motherfuckers were even doing it, right?
Yeah.
So
Going
they
on
have some
O'Reilly,
mutual
embodying
interest.
them and all that shit.
Yeah.
And he is kind of unimpeachable in that, like, we don't see a lot of fraudulence with him. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when he walked away from the Daily Show saying he was like,
Yeah.
I would love to finally spend some time with my family. That would be nice. That's the most bullshit thing for most people.
Yeah.
They go take a break for a year and then come back. Jon
Yeah.
Stewart has been gone for, 7 years now?
He's coming back
8
now.
years. He's coming back now.
Yeah.
8 years is a long hiatus to take.
Yeah. And
Like-
but he still got it though.
He
That's
still
cool,
got it,
man.
dude. He's
like,
fucking...
I mean, think about it. It's just the beauty of comedy is sometimes you just need to be like, you just need to be right about how you feel. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break from this exclusive Patreon clip because I gotta make sure your peckers are working to their fullest potential. I care about your pecker, and you should too. Make sure it's hard, okay? Make sure it's durable, and you're gonna do that with Blue Chew because that's the one that we use. Same active ingredients. It's inside Viagra, Cialis, but this is the chew, and we do not fuck around with anything else. And you can get it for free. Yeah. You can get it for free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping, and you're going to get the hardest dick of your life. You're going to get the greatest gift you can get your wife, your side chick, your girlfriend, the girl that you want to leave a great first impression on. You can get that for free. $5 shipping. All you got to do is go to bluechew.com, use the promo code Andrew, and you can get it for free. $5 shipping. That's it. Go do it right now. Enjoy your fucking life, and let the women that are in it enjoy theirs too. Now let's get back to this exclusive Patreon. Like, who knows if this shit, I mean, obviously it came from the lab, right? But let's say it didn't come from the lab. The way he presented it is, you're an idiot if you don't believe this.
Yes.
Like, I love that. Like, he didn't go like, I'm going to be nuanced and logical and precise here. He just goes, you're stupid if you don't believe it. Look at
He
the
had
math.
one fact.
Yeah.
He had one, and I think we were all saying from dumb early,
Yeah.
this gotta be man-made.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
gotta be lab cooked up.
Yeah.
We had no facts whatsoever. He had one fact. I don't even know if it's true.
We had the fact, but we just didn't touch on it. I mean, it was right in front of our face. The best jokes are right there.
Yeah.
The joke is right there. There's a Wuhan coronavirus lab in Wuhan. Right? There's a coronavirus lab in Wuhan.
I'm so
There's a
uninformed I
coronavirus-
didn't know it was called that. I just
Right.
knew it was a lab in Wuhan.
But there's a lab in Wuhan. Yeah, I thought it was working on other things.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's just working on coronaviruses, if that's the case, if it's just working on coronaviruses, I mean, it's unbelievable that you could not think this.
Yeah.
This would get you kicked off Facebook back in the day.
Yeah.
This would get you kicked off Twitter. This would be labeled a conspiracy theorist. And he came out, he was just like, there's a coronavirus lab in this one fucking town where the coronavirus is spreading crazy.
Yeah.
We're not going to knock on the door and at least ask them if this is where it came from.
Yeah.
Bat is the best we got, and we're so fucking racist against Chinese people. We're sitting around like, nah, they do eat anything.
Probably bats.
They need a bat. They
It's a
need
wet
bat.
market. They got a wet market.
That's more likely than some shit would get out of a lab.
That's
is that they
named
eat bats.
after, yeah.
It's named after. There's the coronavirus lab, and coronavirus could get out.
Yeah.
But we're like, they eat anything,
Yep.
and viruses could come from bats. When did they come from fucking bats?
I've never heard of one.
You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking unbelievable.
I'm telling you, it's like the Chappelle thing, where we just believe AIDS came from a monkey, and then he was the one guy that is a comic was like, word, a monkey, and everybody's like, yeah, that's a good ass point. How AIDS from a monkey? Somebody's fucking monkeys and then humans. Yeah, what?
Yeah.
But we just buy it. We just like, yeah, no, sure, that's what people are telling us.
I wonder though, does this bit work because it's Jon Stewart?
I was gonna make a point. Go ahead.
No.
Like
Yeah.
if the bit is objectively so good, but because of the like topic and like the time and the everything else, he's able to get away with it. And I've even seen people on the internet, they're like, oh, like this is misinformation, like I can't believe the Daily Show would let this happen or Colbert would let this happen, but I still love Jon Stewart.
He gets away with it within a certain population that maybe gives pushback to any ideas that aren't consistent with their own because he's Jon Stewart. But the general consensus about this bit is people are going to find it hilarious. Right and left. The extreme right might fucking love it. But the extreme left might give some pushback. This is misinformation. Why would he do this? This is dangerous. But most right and left people are like, yo, it's probably a fucking leak. The virus is probably man-made. Go.
And I was going to say one thing to call out some conservatives. I saw a lot of conservatives whining like, we've been saying this forever, and now Jon Stewart says it, and you celebrate. You should be so fucking grateful that a guy with the credibility from the left is saying it. Now your shit means something, because instead of just being a one-time, like a one opinion guy, somebody who's nuanced and typically on the left-wing side of things says, nah, man, this shit is man-made. Now all the people who are moderate or are moderately left-leaning are like, yo, this shit might be man-made.
Yeah.
He's getting your message out there. No other messenger could do it. You need a guy like him to do it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting. It's like if you just have balls and say how you feel, generally it works out.
Yeah.
If you feel it. The problem is just saying things to be absurd and ridiculous. And when that backfires, you go, oh, I was just being absurd and ridiculous. And then people go, well, you being absurd and ridiculous hurt people.
Right.
Right? And then you go, well, I don't know. But if you actually believe something and someone gives you pushback, you're like, nah, I still believe it.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like if you're religious in how you feel, right? There's really nothing that people can do to take it away from you. This is how you feel.
Yeah.
He feels strongly that the coronavirus came from a lab in Wuhan that specializes in coronavirus.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy to believe.
Yeah.
And when you lay it out there like that, what pushback you gonna give?
Well, the tie to religion, he's also not fanatical on one side or the other.
No, be fanatical about how you feel.
Yeah.
Fuck, wherever your feelings lie, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But be fanatical about how you feel.
I do think it's if you're consistently fanatical on one side, it just people are like, yeah, it's just he just always is about that.
No,
thing.
it's more profitable, and that's why they do
So
it.
you
It's
know,
like,
you think that's not authentic?
exactly, because you're not fanatical about how you feel.
I got you.
You're
Okay.
fanatical about what the side is, and there are these people that have their shows, their late night shows, and I think the reason why Trevor's version of that show doesn't work as well as Jon's is because he's just going, here are my points of view, and they are consistent with whatever the left believes, and I'm going to feed them that. Yeah. And that does work, and it works for Fox News. Fox News is like, this is what the right believes, I'm going to feed them that, right? Tucker Carlson, same exact shit, right? When you're willing to just talk about your gut, you're going to get way more criticism. Because every single time you speak, half the people you're going to piss off. But eventually, people believe you. And when they believe you, they go, oh, he's not playing a side. He's not trying to make me look stupid or make me feel like an idiot. This is how he actually feels. And deep down, if I'm being honest with myself, it's kind of how I feel. It's very rare that people are woke in groups of 3 talking.
Yeah.
People get woke in groups of 300, Yeah. People get woke when there's an audience. People get woke when there's a fight during the lunch period.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what the function of that is. Like as group size increases.
As group size increases, wokeness goes up or extremism goes up in whatever your political beliefs are. But in groups of 3 people, 5 people, even the most woke motherfucker in the world, nobody's going, I feel uncomfortable with you saying that. They're just laughing at jokes.
Now, what if, like, because this got so much praise all over the internet. Yeah. Now, what if you were like a right-wing comedian? Like, what if you were like, even like, not even necessarily a comedian, but like Tucker Carlson or like Steven Crowder? If they, like, they're more conservative. If they do this exact same riff, like word for word on their show, and it gets shared around, does like liberal Twitter or like any lefties anywhere, do they like it or do they just say?
I don't think so. And I think that's
it's just conspiratorial.
To his point about, to my point about him, like just calling out both sides and having equity built in, and to his point about he believes what he says. Tucker Carlson is just trying to make money. A lot of these right-wing people, you're just trying to make money. You're always on one side of it. Oh, here you are being on this side of it again. Jon Stewart has been fanatical in what he believes. I will call out the right. I will call out the left sometimes too, if I don't agree with them. I tend to agree with them more, but I'll call them out when I don't. I'll call out Obama here and there. So for that guy to call out something that's kind of left-wing when he's left-leaning, you're like, oh, shit, this means something.
Yeah. What up, people? You just watched a clip from our weekly Patreon episode. You can support the Flagrancy. You can support this unapologetic, unfiltered, uncensored content that we drop weekly on our Patreon at patreon.com/flagrant2. You want to go join? You should, because it's the top 10 Patreon in the fucking world. That's right, for good reason. Go check out why at patreon.com/flagrant2. All right, peace.